Today is a special program as we're in Georgia. Georgia is incredibly mood-lifting, a country of ancient traditions, fabulous beauty of mountains and lakes. Georgia has everything for everyone. The heart of this country is its capital, Tbilisi. It perfectly combines completely different styles, the traditional antiquity and the modern world with its newest buildings. The first associations with this country are wine, local hospitality, their legendary fests, and of course, a heartfelt toast to guests. Come on! You know, in Georgia, there is a saying, any weather here brings happiness. Even the rain this country has greeted us with.
Knock, knock.
God,
This is for you.
how beautiful.
We're sorry that it's not a million. We are near the monument to Niko Piroslami.
I remember the song about 1,000,000 scarlet roses.
Do you know the chemical elements that make up the human body?
Mine and yours are 99% made of wine.
Don't tell this to the audience. How about Morse code?
I heard about it.
In a word, in Tbilisi, you need to find a place where these two things are related. The second task is that you need to find the oldest icon of Georgia. The third task is the traditional password. But before I let you go, I've been told such a wonderful toast.
Already preparing for testing.
A mountain eagle is flying high above the Caucasus. Now, the eagle was flying high above the Caucasus. The first day of its flight passed, and the second one, and then snow and rain meet him. The eagle flew high above the Caucasus. It flew for 1 day, for 2, for 3.
A cable car, it's great. Today I'm flying over Tbilisi, like this. In the old part of Tbilisi, there is a very nice pedestrian street called Shardeni. During its restoration, they wanted to make a street of craftsmen, a kind of Parisian Montmartre. But the commerce won, boutiques, cafes and restaurants occupy the street. Jean Jardin was so gladly accepted in Georgia that he said passionately Georgian wine is the best. After that, he was banned from entering France. I'm joking. But art wasn't left behind. This is a monument to the main person on any holiday, a toastmaster. At once a desire and urges to take a glass of wine and say toast. My friend, tell me, how can I survive in this country? Drink wine and remember everything. Only get a little drunk. Well, you have the experience, but I don't.
The profession of toastmaster would not have existed if there were nothing to pour into glasses and what to say a toast with. Well, Georgia has no problems with that. In particular, thanks to the high-quality beverages by the Ascaneli Brothers. My father was born in the village of Ascana, so Ascaneli Brothers translates as brothers from Ascana. In fairy tales, everything begins with the words once upon a time. The same is in our story. Once upon a time, at the end of the 19th century, in the village of Ascaneli, there lived a friendly winemaker, Antimos Chikhaidze. The glory of his wonderful wine spread not only in Georgia, but also far beyond its borders. Many years later, the grandsons of the winemaker continued his work. But winemaking is not the only hobby of this family. My grandfathers, both on the father's and mother's side, were singers. My mother is a music teacher. When in childhood we brothers started fighting, she started singing. And we started to sing. All of us brothers sing. My younger brother Jim Sharom, is a composer. He now writes great music for large symphony orchestras. My middle brother is one of the soloists of the Golden Voices of Georgia. The neighbour of the Chikhaidze family was the famous film director Serhiy Parajanov, who took this photo of the brothers. Many times when celebrities came to see him, we took part and he staged some performances in which we played certain roles. Among his guests were Marcello Mastroianni, Maya Plisetskaya and Vladimir Vysotsky. Fate brought the brothers together with many of these celebrities later, but not as the neighbours of the famous film director, rather thanks to their winemaking skills.
Czech pastries in Georgia? Sounds cool. May we come in?
Yeah, sure.
Is 5 lari a lot?
$2.
Do you earn a lot here?
The average salary is approximately 800 lari. That's around $400.
Thank you for the mini tour.
You're very welcome.
What is it made of? Is this lamb wool? Oh, nice shoes. Listen, it's awesome. Orange juice on top? Oh, it's actually pomegranate juice. This is honey and this is orange juice. So was it my lunch? Eat well. Thank you. What an unexpected meeting. Hello. Do you remember me? I shot a TV program about you. My name is Larissa Ivanovna.
I'm asked, do you still want Larissa Ivanovna? I generally think that as long as a man is able to physically move, he should want it. I want a Larissa Ivanovna. This is her surname.
I don't know what to say.
You offer several brands of wine, as I understand correctly. The main one is the Ascaneli Brothers. At the very least, it will be the first one. Yes, premium line, Ascaneli. Here we have amazing wine called Kisi. Chavuri is also from our vineyards. This is the most unique tap that gives a lot of colours. Very interesting. We harvest it in December. This technology is 8,000 years old. Fermentation takes place in wineware, in the ground. These labels were created by the greatest artist, Anatoly Belkin, a friend of mine. His paintings are in the Russian Museum in the Hermitage. Here is also a Georgian artist, Misha Makharadze. This is Muscat. It is such an abstraction, Kinzmarou. These Dora medals have won gold medals in Asia. We got 7 medals. A week before, there was also a great taste testing contest held in Hong Kong, where we received 2 gold medals and a silver medal as well. I would like you to taste our 50-year-old cognac. It is an invaluable product. You are great people. I wish your country to be rich and prosperous. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Be happy.
Georgians are a very religious nation. They revere Orthodox traditions. Drivers make the sign of the cross passing by a church, and children know what clothing is appropriate to wear in a temple. The oldest temple in Tbilisi is Anshishati. At different times, Anshishati was burned down, destroyed, rebuilt, and closed. There had been a museum, a workshop, and a tire shop in it. Today, it is a functional church. For many years, one of the greatest shrines in Georgia, ancient Spas, an image of the Savior was stored here. For the sake of safety, the image was brought to the Museum of Arts of Georgia. But the copy of this famous icon is preserved here. Seeing it was one of Vitaly's tasks. It is strictly prohibited to shoot a film inside the walls of the temple, but an exception was made only for us.
I feel lucky. It is today that I can try national Georgian dishes at the winery. By the way, here one can find the chorchella oneself. Let's try it. Hello, may I try it? What have we here? Walnut. Chorchella is a national Georgian delicacy. Walnuts beaded on thread are dropped into a hot mix of grape juice and flour. They're the best. How many can I make for you? And here probably local lavash is baked, isn't it? Gama joba. May I make it? I need to take it and stick it, right? Oh, it didn't work out. I understand. I understand. I almost fried myself. Shorty puri. This surely will be the most delicious. Oh, and there's somebody's lavash has dropped. It's not mine. Is it yours?
Stay in Tbilisi. You will be my assistant.
Okay. Manana. My name is Vitali. The first shorty in my life is ready. You see, it doesn't look very tasty, but I'm sure that it's delicious.
I have neither a guide map nor a compass with me, but my intuition always leads to the right place. The clock tower in Tbilisi is a very unusual building. Ancient stones and bricks that awkwardly look out of the facade, fragments of Byzantium columns, a twisted clock face, and a variety of tiles painted by hand with a non-redundant pattern. One can look at the tower for an entire day, finding new and previously unnoticed details. Every hour, music accompanies the opening of the special door at the top of the tower top, when a golden winged angel comes out of holding a hammer and knocks on the bell. When the bell chimes once, it is time to drink wine.
In fact, this cellar was not included in our plans. But trying that unique brand which Gotcha gave us, I really wanted to see where it was aged. And in comparison with the French province of Cognac, I do not see any differences.
Georgia is a country of lush meals, and the names of Georgian dishes are so musical. Oh, thank you very much. What a beauty. And now, tell me, please, how is it eaten? With cutlery or hands? You may eat it both ways. So there is no need to cut it? Enjoy your meal. Thank you very much. We will eat a dish called mkhare. You should take it with your hand and bite through a small hole. And drink the liquid from there. Cheers! I've forgotten that I ordered this meal too. It was a nice little meal.
The Alazani Valley. Here grapes mature and red semi-sweet wine with the same name, Kinsmarauli, is made. The number of picked grapes is limited. The genuine Kinsmarauli is very rare. The first vineyards with an 8,000-year history originated in the province of Kakheti. The Alazani Valley is unique in all respects. It's sunny here, and it's geographically and climatically different, very much from western Georgia. These lands are called Kinsmarauli because of the high sugary grapes used for producing naturally semi-sweet wines, which grow here. Winemaking means much for me. It's my life, it's my happiness. Georgia is rich in 500 grape varieties. There are 525 autochthonous varieties. I think this is Telavi. You're right. Sugar is about 25%. This year we received grapes with 30% sugar content. Everyone will remember this year's wines. I haven't seen such a quality grape in 20 years. So I think we must buy it right now. This year provides an idea about Georgian winemaking. Georgian wine became a reality. It is in high demand. We have wines that are sold for $100, and they are bought. What's the nature of the soil here, with stones and clay? These stones show that a vineyard is close by. This stone is the golden magic of Kinsmarauli. You've been involved in winemaking for 20 years. How much has the cost of a hectare grown in this zone? The land that cost $2,000 10 years ago costs $20,000 today, and its cost with vineyards depends on the location.
Gamarjoba, my greetings. May I sail on your boat? I'm Larissa. Very pleased to meet you. What is your name?
Mamuka.
May I steer your wheel?
Yes, you may.
Really? I have no license.
You may.
Mkhare is the largest river of Transcaucasia. It begins in Turkey, flows into Georgia and Azerbaijan, and then flows out into the Caspian Sea. Will you let me steer? Well... Where should I steer? Oh, there is a wall! Wow, your boat is so powerful. During a trip along the river, one can enjoy many interesting sights. For example, the monument to Tsar Vakhtan Ghazali, who ruled in the 5th century. It was he who united the isolated lands and founded Tbilisi. The Meteki temple is nearby. The Georgian great martyr Tsarina Shushanik, killed by her husband according to her legends, was buried in its vault. The Baratashvili Bridge and this composition of sculptures is called the Youth. Another bridge is the Bridge of Peace. I was recommended by locals to visit it at night. Levitali envy me!
Among the vineyards of the Alazani Valley, a new factory of the Ascaneli Brothers company is being built. In addition to production, it is also planned to house a wine museum, taste testing rooms, a laboratory, and even a hotel here. Yesterday, grapes were gathered. Their sugar content is 24 grams. After 3 days, they will become wine.
Waters are behind us and a world of fresh air is ahead of us. A cableway connects the square of Europe and the fortress of Narikala. Oh, I have such a great feelings here. Beautiful and scary at the same time, but everything is visible. It's really cool. A bird's eye view offers a better perspective on the fairy tale streets and houses of the old city, the Narikala Fortress. The Narikala Fortress is the main historical monument of Tbilisi. It preserves the entire history of the capital of Georgia. According to the chronicles, the main defensive structure with impregnable towers and powerful walls existed already in the 4th century. But the exact date of its foundation remains a mystery. Narikala was not even destroyed during a terrible earthquake. Over more than 1,500 years, the area of Tbilisi has increased significantly, but Narikala still rises on the mountain. It's really frightening, my friends, but I want to look at Tbilisi from a bird's eye view. I will not use the same stairs to go back. It's great there's a high-speed elevator here.
The vineyards of the Georgian city of Bolnitsi are located on the hills 550 meters above sea level. The soil here is special as it is rich in minerals. That's why the clusters of local grapes have an unrivaled taste. On a steep hill, a temple rises. There are 3 young monks living here. They are looking after the church and making wine. In this holy place, 25-year-old Merab listens to his favourite band, Pink Floyd, reads a lot, and improves his English. Also, he is the only one here with a mobile phone and internet. For this, Merab got permission from the bishop. This is called a wine press. Can I use it? Will I be able to do it by myself? It's about to go. This is monastic wine. It's red and white wine. Is this the one you were making here? It is written Zedoshe. This means clean. This one is from the vessel and it's the purest wine. Are you allowed to drink it? You can drink 3 glasses when there's a holiday. A monk is prohibited from overindulging in wine. Our black wine is called Saparavi. Here you can sample it. Here you can sample it. It contains a lot of tannin. I guess all my lips and teeth are red now. Vessel wine always contains a lot of tannin. The wine here is produced with the application of the unique Kakheti method, which is already 8,000 years old. The secret is that instead of vats, they age wines in earthenware vessels called vinery. They have the shape of an egg. The capacity of this vessel can reach 8,000 litres. The most common vessels hold 1,000 to 2,000 litres. The vinery are dug deep into the ground at the neck. Grape juice is then poured inside together with crushed grapes. Then the lid is closed. The juice ferments for several months and the wine is ready. This is the process the French call pigeage. Basically, it is when we break this cap to mix it again with wine, and thus the wine becomes more saturated because all the nutrients are inside the peel. This peel is almost warm. In general, this place is incredibly beautiful. Bolnitsi is an unforgettable experience.
Tbilisi is just amazing at night. As promised, I'm going to the Bridge of Peace. Splendid. It seems to combine 2 different epochs, the old part of the city with new districts. The transparent steel glass design resembles a huge fishing net that has been thrown across the river. And the built-in illumination, 30,000 light bulbs. Every hour it sends a message in the Morse code, the names of the chemical elements of which the human body is composed. Only now have I realized what kind of a Morse code Vitaly was talking about in the beginning of the program. And now, the moment that everyone is waiting for, Georgian wine tasting. Finally, we will reveal the password that you need to remember in order to receive our prize. Gamar joba, Vitaly!
I'm surprised you haven't been kidnapped looking like that, Gama Jobber. Today I would like to say we have the Georgian wines of a new generation. Unfortunately, in Ukraine, we know Georgia by one wine.
I know. The Alazani Valley.
Right, Georgians make not only the Alazani Valley, but also a lot of other interesting things. For example, there is a great variety of Kekcheti.
Hey, funny grapes.
This is a grape variety that is produced in the region of Kakheti. Georgia has 525 local varieties of grapes, that is, grape varieties that are grown almost nowhere else in the world. And this is one of them.
I really like this flavor. It's honey. Yes? No? It's not honey?
Quince.
This is a very complex flavor for a Ukrainian woman.
We have quince in Transcarpathia.
And we in Cherkasy Oblast don't.
Well then, let's sample one that we have from the Kiev Oblast.
I already tasted. I do not want to sniff anymore.
Did you not drink wine yet?
Today our sommelier is a terrorist. Let me sniff, but not drink.
That was a pear. Next we'll have a wine called Manavi, made in the Kakheti region from the grape variety of Mutsvane. Well, how is it different from the previous one?
Gentle. More erotic.
Gentler, more flowery.
More flowery.
And now here's another surprise. I propose to get it already. By the way, would you like to open a bottle?
I'm a very weak woman. When I'm asked nicely to do something, I cannot turn down their request. My goodness, what am I trying to say? Your comment, sir?
Just do it.
Will it make the special sound?
It depends on you. Let me abstain from comments while you just taste it.
You know, this color is unusual. Sort of an amber color.
The color, I would say, is golden. And there is an explanation.
Please tell me there's honey in it.
Yes.
Finally.
I will tell you one little secret. In fact, the famous French traveller Georgian, who visited Georgia several centuries ago, described Georgian wine as the best wine in the world.
How did the French punish him for this blasphemy?
The French, quite frankly, didn't make such aromatic wine back then. This is explained by one trivial component. Here you can see a vessel on this label. It is earthenware. When grapes are harvested, the vessel is filled with crushed grapes, seeds and peel, the juice itself, and then it's buried in the ground. This gives two very specific results. The first is the fact that there's the process of fermentation, during which the temperature is released, but the wine is heated.
Chilly.
So figuratively speaking, there is temperature control. And thanks to this, the wine retains its special aroma. If we go back some 300 years, no one in modern Europe made wine like this. And that was why European wines did not have the same aroma. But the Georgians had this technology already at that time. Only with time, when it was already scientifically proven that it is desirable to control the temperature of fermentation in order to avoid the evaporation of light volatiles, people began to artificially cool the process.
And how is this method of winemaking is called?
Kakhetian. The region is Kakhetia, hence the method is Kakhetian. By the way, in 2013, UNESCO added this method of winemaking to its list of cultural heritage. Saparavi Premium. In fact, all of Georgia owes to this grape variety because it is the visiting card of Georgia. And surely every citizen of our planet, when they first try Georgian wine,
That's Saparavi.
will most likely drink wine made from the Saparavi grape. If you drink this glass,
Then I will bid farewell to you at once, right?
both the lips and teeth and tongue, they will become dark. Why? Not because there are dyes. And by the way, Saparavi, translated from Georgian, means dye. There are white varieties of grapes, Camillon grape varieties, red grape varieties and black grape varieties. Saperavi refers specifically to black grape varieties.
And that's why it paints the teeth, tongue and lips?
Yes, this grape sort contains a very large amount of dye in its peel.
There's more. I got cramps in my lips.
Delicious?
Delicious, just like in my childhood.
Nice childhood.
Beautiful.
I'd recommend complementing this childhood with a kebab.
And some kind of coriander.
I chose this wine for one simple reason.
Why?
This is a very bold experiment because it is made of the Saperavi and Muscat grape varieties. It is the aromatic white grape variety from which sweet wines are made.
It has a completely different color.
In short, a very interesting combination. Let's drink and say the password. Now, attention, the password we promised. Remember it. Be first to visit the Ascaneli Brothers winery, say the password, and win your prize.
I will be choosing one of these bottles. I'll take this one. Or maybe this one. And this will be our password. What does it say?
Manavi.
It says Manavi, my friends. So the password is Manavi.
See this accessory?
I hope you will not force me to drink from it.
Let's do some training, and later, when we come to Georgia next time, we will try to do this for real.
By the way, how's your eagle doing? Did it reach the final destination?
I didn't tell you. The eagle was flying high above the Caucasus. It flew the first and second day. I had thought I recalled everything. The eagle flew high above the Caucasus.